Hi everybody, let's have some idea about Shakespeare's contemporaries and successors. Elizabethan age explored the new world. The literature of Elizabethan age has got so many information, that means it has received so many literary information from Renaissance and from the Reformation as well. When we talk about Shakespeare's contemporaries or successors, that means both the contemporaries and the successors. So that is why we also talk about the playwrights. The playwrights who worked during Shakespeare, that means at the side or side by side, or even who worked at the same time of Shakespeare. So thus we know all about Shakespeare's contemporaries and successors. One of the most commanding figure was none other than Ben Jonson, who was very famous for his writing, and he was born in Ben Jonson was born in 1572 or 1573. There is a guess, or somewhere else it was mentioned, or in other books, as we are following from our required books, as we have got a course outline. So through this we have got some information that Ben Jonson was born in 1572 or 1573, and he died in 1637. Like I have already mentioned that among Elizabethans, Ben Jonson was the most commanding figure. In 1597, we have got Ben Jonson's first play, and this is Every Man in His Humor. Every Man in His Humor is a satire, and it ridiculed the humors of the society. Ben Jonson named Volpone, it's one of his, this is a Volpone, that means this is one of his comedies. But critics think that Volpone is one kind of gloomy and biting satire. As a dramatist, Ben Jonson was a poet, a scholar, as well as literary dictator. Now let's talk about Thomas Daker. Thomas Daker was born in between 1570 and 1577. That means this is a guessing date of birth. It was guessed. Thomas Daker was a realistic writer, and he tried to sketch the different life of London. As I have already mentioned that his date of birth was guessed, it has been thought that he was born in 1572 or before, or in between 1570 to 1577. And he died in 1632. Another thing that I'd like to mention, that he lost sight 1 or 2 years before Civil War. Before 1599, he wrote The Shoemaker's Holiday. Let us know about Thomas Haywood. Thomas Haywood was born in 1533. He died in 1641. He was a great dramatist. A woman killed with kindness. This is one of his writing. I'm going to talk about another one, and this is none other than The Fair Maid of the West. In 1633, the English Traveller was printed. That means Thomas Haywood's the English Traveller was printed in 1633. Let's talk about Thomas Middleton. Thomas Middleton was born in 1570 or 1580. As I have already mentioned, we are following different types of books, and we are following the required books and other books from our course outline. So we are going to mention the real one, what we have got. So there is a guessing. We have got Thomas Middleton's writing and Thomas Middleton's date of birth, and it has been mentioned that he was born in 1570 or 1580. Thomas Middleton died in 1627. It has also been mentioned that Thomas Middleton has some contribution to Shakespeare's Macbeth. In 1624, he wrote a political satire, and that was published in 1625. And the name is, that means the political satire's name is A Game of Chess. Thomas Middleton's A Game of Chess was described by T.S. Eliot, like I'm going to quote, a perfect piece of literary political art. We can mention one of his writings, A Trick to Catch the Old One. It has already mentioned that his works, that means his collaboration works, are lost. In 1604, he collaborated with Thomas Daker. The Honest War. The Honest War's first part was collaborated with Thomas Daker. Let's talk about Francis Beaumont. Francis Beaumont was born in 1584. He died in 1616. From about 1606 to 1613, John Fletcher and Francis Beaumont collaborated the plays. The Women Hater is Johnsonian comedy of humors. Let's talk about John Fletcher. John Fletcher was born in 1579 and he died in 1625. John Fletcher was died of plague, but before that he wrote 15 plays with Francis Beaumont. John Fletcher was the sole author of his 16 writings. John Fletcher collaborated with Philip Messenger, Cowley, Thomas Middleton, Johnson, George Chapman, and William Shakespeare as well. The Faithful Shepherdess, Wit Without Money. These are one of his writings. Just after John Fletcher, we must know about John Webster. John Webster was born in 1578 and he died in 1626. John Webster's two tragedies. Yes, I'm going to talk about John Webster's two tragedies, The White Devil and The Duchess of Malfi. These two tragedies are very famous, and The Duchess of Malfi and, as I have already mentioned, The White Devil, these two tragedies achieved reputation second only to Shakespeare's works. After John Webster, we are going to talk about Philip Messenger. Philip Messenger was born in 1583 and he died. Philip Messenger died in 1640. In collaboration with John Fletcher, Philip Messenger wrote 16 plays. There was jealousy in the Duke of Milan and the Roman actor, and it has been used as plays within the play. After Philip Messenger, we must know about John Ford and James Shirley, who was famous for his writing Hyde Park. So that's all for today. Hope you got some ideas about Shakespeare's Contemporaries and Successors. Take care everybody, stay at home and try to get some hint from the videos.